He has given way to an absolutely gorgeous fall afternoon here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to... Brandon Gaudin alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis. And CD, our quarterbacks taking center stage here for each of their respective offenses.
And Brandon, I think each one might be trying to play some form of keep away from the other, because when you think about time of possession and what that means in a game, it's great if you're able to hold on to the football and run your offense at your pace. And it also helps to keep the other guy's offense on the sideline. That's your goal for the game.
Ready for football now on a sunny Florida afternoon. And we are underway from Miami. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And for all the collegiate success he had, highest passer efficiency rating by a mile, he's a guy who's had his share of detractors at the professional level, but I do like his poise, I do like his moxie, and I love his accuracy.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front, so if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him, picks up 3 on that carry.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On first down, Tagovailoa. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here are the Raiders now with great starting field position. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
A first down run there for Jacobs, but nothing doing as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. 2nd and 10. They will run the draw with Jacobs. Pushing through the contact, and he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
Forced out to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. They hand it off to Mostert, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Tua going to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. A 1st down and more for Jacobs, as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Jacobs now. And a short gain there, so he'll get it up only to about the 24. Deshaun Elliott up to make the play defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the 1st down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Looking deep for Adams. And got his man complete. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they too didn't do a whole lot in terms of rushing efficiency in that first half, as you can tell by the numbers there. In a game where one field goal was all these offenses could muster in the first 2 quarters, you figured both coaching staffs were needing to make plenty of adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we send it back out to Brandon Godden.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10, being chased out left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo, buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Let's go.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Let's do it.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Forced out to his left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Caught that look
from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins have tied things up here in the 4th. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Miami defense. They make their way back onto the field. They were able to pick up a big fumble last time with the ball on their side of the field. See if they can try that once more.
I love the way they hung in there, though, because a lot of the time, all you're trying to do on defense is scramble and to hold your ground a little.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Back to throw here. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. We still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a 2nd field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. On 1st down, Garoppolo. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Bradley Chubb able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Under pressure, they got him again. Emmanuel Ogbah, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? They'll look to throw here. Looking deep for Adams. This is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside in 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense down by 10. Exactly 1 minute remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. To throw is Garoppolo. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for Vegas. You're not going to hear Jimmy Garoppolo mentioned among the strongest arms in the league, but that doesn't mean he can't beat you with a long one.
And for a while when this place opened, all the talk was about punts hitting the Giants scoreboard here in Arlington. I don't think we ever heard about a pass hitting the scoreboard, but that's probably about as close as you're going to get. That one was way up there.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air. According to Nextgen stats, now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One final try now for Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the fourth quarter.